Want to know what a real man would tell their lady about love and life? You're in the right place. This is Hello Ladies with Rom Wills. Rom Wills is an author, speaker, and proud father. Grab some wine, sit back, and enjoy.
Hello, ladies. Welcome to my spot. You notice my voice tone is a little different because this is a very serious matter, which I see a lot of women get caught up in. And the title of this piece is Don't Be Vulnerable to Spiritual Seduction. Spiritual seduction. And I was motivated to do something for y'all because I was watching a documentary online, and I forgot the name of it now, but it was talking about gurus and cults and stuff like that. Mainly like New Age gurus. And I was thinking about something I've always seen with cults, or it could be a cult, it could be a regular church, it could be a regular temple, it could be some type of metaphysical organization. It's always the same thing. Several women following a male spiritual leader. I mean, it's so common, it's crazy. In fact, I remember, I always joke about, on my men's side, I always joke about pimps getting insulted, that it would be insulted if you call them a preacher. Like, I actually had an ex-pimp actually get mad at me. I said something about, I called preachers pimps in the pulpit, and this ex-pimp was like, don't insult pimps like that. I mean, he was serious too. He was indignant. He was like, wow, because you get a lot of male spiritual leaders who take advantage of women through that way. See, the thing is, all humans have that spiritual desire. All humans have it, but women have it a bit more. So what do you get? You get that man, get closer to y'all. You get that man who tells, he seems like he's leading the path to God. And he'll tell you the way to get there. And, and what happens? All of a sudden, you talk to these guys, and and actually in some Christian seminaries, it's actually taught that if a man is handsome, he can actually build a large congregation. That's how deep it is. That's how deep it is. So, and usually if a woman is looking for spirituality, there's probably some stuff going on in her family or her life. And all of a sudden you get this guy, well, pray with me, sister. And I can take care of it. And the thing is, it's not limited to just one denomination. I've seen this in some Christian churches, some Muslim sects, some Jewish sects, some Pan-African groups, spiritual type of groups. I've seen this constantly. Some New Age, like lecturers, metaphysical lecturers. I've seen this constantly. Get that woman talking about that spiritual thing, and then boom. And it's actually a natural part of you to look for that in a man, to choose a man based on that. It's actually a natural part of women. And a lot of men take advantage of it. Because I know if any minister is watching, they'd be like, oh. But it's just a reality. It's just a reality. I mean, y'all seen it. Some of y'all who attend Christian churches, y'all seen it. You seen how some women can't, they can't make their husband a biscuit or boil an egg for him, but make a full meal for that minister, or be in the front row. Got to wear those modesty cloths and everything, because they in there with with a mini skirt on and everything. And the minister, especially if he's handsome. But here's the thing, ladies. Some men take advantage of that. You got some righteous ministers. I remember one minister, he was very famous, a televangelist, Frederick K.C. Price. I remember he said he doesn't counsel women unless his wife is in the office with him. So you do have some, but then a lot more, they get caught up in something. They get caught up. And the thing is, ladies, you're vulnerable for that seduction. You're vulnerable because you already have that spiritual need, and you have that basic need, and then you have this man come up and say he can fulfill it. He can fulfill it. But a lot of them are just, they're not really trying to fulfill it. Now, this is not to say all of them are like this, and you might have some sincere ones, but you got to be careful about going the extra mile. There's nothing wrong with getting that message from them, attending the service or whatever it is, ceremony, and getting that message. It's when you try to take it to another level. They want a little bit extra. Or you're turned on, you're feeling good. You might even catch feelings for that man. Remember, he's still a man. And be careful of it, seriously. That's why you get, it's bad enough with mainstream spiritual institutions, but when you get like these cults, I ain't gonna call the name of it, but I heard of one where even though the women had husbands, the leader of it was justifying sleeping with the women. You get some stuff like this and it's crazy. And ladies, you gotta understand, you gotta protect against it. Now, there's nothing wrong with following a path. That's a beautiful thing. But you got to separate the path and the teachings from the actual person. The teachings are bigger than the man. Yeah, and you also have to question if he asks for anything extra. And I'm going to be real with you, ladies. A lot of times he don't need to. A lot of women just get caught up. A lot of women, like you get a lot of women in these churches, for whatever reason, they're not getting with their husbands or any other man, but they holding this man on a high regard. I've talked to some women who've been in the church and they'll say, yeah, and the minister just take advantage of it. They see him as representative of God, speaking for God. So it's hitting you on two levels. And then if he's handsome too, oh my goodness. Like I said, there are some seminaries that actually teach that. There are some seminaries. So, let's just say even when my book, Nice Guys and Players, came out, first group of men to really buy it were ministers. It was at a Black Expo in the DC area, and there was a bunch of ministers who were buying the book. And it was, yeah. And it happens. But look, here's the thing. Yes, follow your calling for a path, but keep what the teacher, the minister, whatever the person is, keep them at a certain distance. The message is not about the man, it's about the message, and it's about the vibe, the feeling that you get. But don't get caught up in the other stuff, confusing like the message feeling you good with what the man is doing. Now, if he's a single man and he's not trying to mess around, you still get some feelings, okay. But how many of these men are married? And how often have you heard stories of this man dipping into more than one woman? And y'all know. And like I said, stuff has come back to me, not just from the churches, but from different denominations, different spiritual paths. And even if the two paths are diametrically opposed, it's the same thing. Some men taking advantage. And see, reason why I'm even talking about it, because, I'm usually telling men how to get women on my other channel, but, I don't want to see a woman hurt that way. That's one thing. You don't mess with God. You don't mess with God. And you don't hurt somebody's path through that. I've seen some people lose their faith because of relationship issues. And I've seen some people lose their faith, some men and women, because of relationship issues. And that's a shame, or being taken advantage of by a spiritual leader, one way or the other. So don't be vulnerable. You still, yes, you're going through some stuff, but remember, it's about the message and not the messenger. Focus on the message helping you, but not the messenger, okay? All right, ladies, and this is serious. I really need to think about it, because I really hate to think about that. I really hate to think about that, being taken advantage of. Shoot, I can go into some other areas women being taken advantage of too. I can point out, I can call some names, but here's the thing. It's about the message, not the messenger, okay? So anyway, and you know what? Even what I'm saying on here, ladies, even what I'm saying, that's how much I want y'all to, don't worry about me personally. Hey, if you find me attractive, whatever, we click, but focus more on my message, okay? Focus more on my message, all right? So anyway, ladies, I'll get back with you. I want y'all to really think about what I just talked about. Talk to you later. Peace and blessings.